Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well today. I've got the dulcimer out and we're going to do two really simple DAA beginner tunes that you can learn on the dulcimer. Two things we're going to work on here are pauses, when we have pauses in music, and rests. And we're also going to work on moving our fingers up and down that fingerboard, okay? So let's get the camera moved here and we'll get into it. Alright, so the first thing you always want to do is you want to make sure you're in tune. Okay, our bass string is tuned to D. Our middle and melody are both tuned to A. Alright, so here we go slowly with Mary Had a Little Lamb. That's Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now one thing you want to do is you want to work with those pauses in the music. So the first one starts here. We go. Pause. 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 And okay. So with our pauses, one thing we can do is we can keep our hand moving. So I'm going to play through it again, and I'm going to keep my hand moving through the pause. That might be easier for some people, rather than just stopping like that, just stopping before you go on. Instead, you do an air strum for that pause, okay? So here's what that would sound like. You see how those air strums fill in the space, okay? So our timing is always important, and so do that however you want there. You can either just do a pause and then play, or do that air strumming. Now, a metronome can help you out here too. So if you have a slow metronome going, those ticks can help you out, especially on those pauses. So you just want to keep going, all right? All right, now the second quick song we're going to do is London Bridges. Now this, we've got to move farther up our melody line. Now I want to hone you in here on this area right here of your fretboard. Some people are confused as to where the frets are numbered, okay? So first off, coming down here to the beginning, I have an extra fret here called the 1.5. A lot of people don't have that, so they'll have a big space, then a little space for their third fret. So you kind of disregard that first. But counting up, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we get to a whole bunch of little spaces, okay? So the next one after 5 is 6, okay? And you may or may not have this fret. A lot of old dulcimers won't have this fret, but all the new ones should. This is the 6.5 fret. So if you see a big space after the 6th fret, you'll know you do not have it, and you just go straight to 7. Okay, but if you're broken up here, then you do have the 6.5, which is great. Okay, so if you have any confusion here, I suggest that you just take a little one of those little post-it notes, and you can just cut a little piece of it off here on your 7th fret to maybe tell you about the 7th fret. If you don't have markers, or if you have the 6.5 and you're not sure which one's the 6.5, you can do these things to make it a little bit easier for you. All right, so London Bridges, here we go. I'm going to play through that for you, and then we'll do that same thing with the air strums. Okay, now I'm going to do it with the air strums, and you're going to see here that your finger placement is very important, because when you're coming up here and having to go quickly down here, you know, using different fingers can help you there. Okay, so here we go again. We'll want to get a little faster with these things. Instead of strumming each time, you might do something like this. Now, you see I filled those pauses with strums. You can do that as well. So I hope you understand that. You can also do back strumming, but I just wanted to give you a basic beginner version of these two songs to start with. So here we go, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that, got something out of it, and before I go, I always want to remind you that Jesus loves you. Bye-bye, y'all.